a black grand national. Fuck being rational. Give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I ain't take the G bad. Yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? They like what he on. This the Alpha and Omega, bitch. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a nigga gone. We need you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay a bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird niggas' hands, baby. Whoa. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G bad. Yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I see? Send them off. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young nigga, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. Hey, black out. If they act out, yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hate a bitch that's hating on a bitch and they both hoes. I hate a nigga hating on them niggas and they both broke. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for? Nigga feel like he entitled cause he knew me since a kid. Bitch, I cut my granny off and she don't see it how I see it. Got a big mouth, but he lack big ideas. Send him to the moon, that's just how I feel. Yeah, it's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. Bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV.
Day, nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly, but thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help, but no one hears me. One day I feel I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching for
Yo, what is up, everybody? It's John Escudero. I'm here with my boy Nick. We'll have a third guest, my son, John Escudero Jr. He'll be in the building in a little bit.
Ooh, John Escudero's. We went all in on the family tree.
Double or nothing. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. What can we say? What can we say about All In general? Jeez. Long as fuck, first of all.
Yeah. It didn't. It was one of those things where I wanted to say it didn't feel long, but it kind of did at parts. But it wasn't the bad kind of long, you know. It was just me feeling like this is a long show, but I'm enjoying it. You know, when I went into watching, Revenge of the Sith, you watch The Godfather, it's going to be long. You're going to sit there for a while, but honestly, you're going to enjoy it every single minute, every single second of it.
Greg in there in the comments with us. Thank you for joining us.
The gang is reunited. Let's go.
Yeah, Thirsty Radio OG3. Hey, listen, I got the belt out. I felt so, sometimes you watch this damn show and I'm like, I'm so glad I own this shit. I can touch it. I can lift it. I wanted to.
Could take it out of the briefcase.
I wanted to take it out of the briefcase. I took it out of the glass case. I was like, God, it was such a home run all around. I woke up at 10 a.m. Look, I woke up at 9:30 a.m. on the West Coast because the pre-show starts at 10. So I started the pre-show. The pre-show is an hour of interviews and clips, and then an hour of pre-show matches. And by noon, we start the main show. So from noon to fucking, what was it, almost 6 o'clock?
Yeah, it was beyond 6 hours. Woo.
Greg said it's a bad kind of long because it pushed him to go to work so he couldn't join us live tonight.
Oh. What are you talking about, Greg? You're right here.
8 hours though. That has broken the record, longest wrestling pay per view of all time. Broken the record made by WrestleMania 35. I was at WrestleMania 35. It felt like the longest pay per view of all time. This one felt long, but I didn't realize it was that long. Like I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit! Like holy shit, broke the record. What the fuck? Um, that certainly was a better show than that one.
Oh, absolutely. We actually had fun going through all of it, which says a lot too, because we also did the show last night for good old Supercard of Honor. I remembered the right name for it, which you can always check that out after this.
Yeah, definitely check out the Supercard of Honor pre-show. Last night, Nick and I did that, which was a pretty fun show. But this felt like an all-time event. Like for AEW specifically, one of the greatest shows they've ever done. But like in general, like all around wrestling history, like this was an all-time event. This felt like
Yeah.
this was like their big one. This is like they did their big one. This was it. This was they needed to deliver, and they fucking delivered. Obviously the main event is what we're going off of right now. Like that's the high. Thankfully, I didn't want to jump right on because I would have been like, Hangman, Hangman,
That was our issue.
Hangman.
That was our issue last night after how great like Bandito and Takeshita was, and this itself. We were talking last night how we were hoping that the whole show, top to bottom, was going to land the plane properly, but especially with the main event, I'd say it did.
Yeah, they landed everything properly. This main event, the ending of this main event was layers and layers of storytelling from the company. It's so interesting. You had the Darby Allin, John Moxley dynamic. You had the Death Riders, Bryan Danielson dynamic. You had Hangman and Swerve. You had Hangman and Osprey. You had the Young Bucks and Hangman. You had all these interconnected story things that there can still be fallout for, and like so many things can spawn from this moment. But it was such a clean like moment. Like it was crazy. It's crazy. We're gonna get into it in detail.
You can also tell that they were definitely holding back as well, because there are so many other names and people and feuds and storylines that you could have easily slotted in there and wedged in there. I was making the joke of like, could you imagine if like MJF and the Hurt Syndicate ran in there, and then FTR and like JetSpeed gets involved and have it like an all-out war?
No, I think they did the perfect amount of run-ins and stuff. I like that they were killing off potential people that could help. I like that they started off the show by killing Joe. I like that they killed Osprey before he could get involved. I like that that forces Swerve Strickland to get involved with the chain of destiny.
After promising that he wasn't going to be out there.
That was fucking yeah, I mean, we might as well talk about it. Hangman and John Moxley. Texas Death, the main event.
Texas
Death. Give me Texas Death. And boy did they. I was wondering how could they get more violent than the one that they did at Revolution, and immediately almost 2 minutes in. First of all, Hangman comes out with his Ghost Town Triumph theme. Great stuff. We kind of predicted that that's what had to happen. At least Greg would ask.
I was kind of hoping for a little bit of a Terry Funk Man with a Harmonica.
They had like a live performance, like a lady whistling into a microphone.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's cool.
That's very spaghetti Western.
Right?
As an Italian man who likes Westerns, I appreciated it.
Because of the spaghetti.
No. That's a spaghetti Western.
No, yeah, so Hangman and Moxley immediately get violent. I mean, Hangman stabs Moxley just with these fucking... Every time he hit him, a new hole formed in his head, and the new blood would splatter. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is how we set the tone?
I like to think this is what fuels the life expectancy of Abdullah the Butcher.
Every time someone gets hit with a fork, Abdullah gains a little bit of energy, like a spirit bomb.
He is the spirit bomb.
Do it. Man, he would have gained a lot of fucking energy tonight. Holy shit.
We go like full like end game final battle mode, and you just not only have all these AEW storylines, but then like all these legends come out. You see like Abdullah run with another fork instead of an infected fork.
It's Stan Hansen. What the fuck is going on? I dropped my whole keyboard because I'm trying to hold this belt like a fool.
Worth
but
it.
but yeah, so I mean it was violence upon violence. I'm trying to remember, at one point Moxley brought out a bucket of glass. You could
Yeah.
share some clips with us if you want, Nick. But whichever ones you think will work.
See, the thing to remember, a lot of those clips I did not grab because they got a little too
They
scary.
did get a little violent, a little crazy. Particularly that fork spot was nuts. There was a moment where they reached the Death Riders came out, they got involved, they reached under the ring and they revealed a bed of nails prematurely, but
I kind of like the way they did it though, because then it kind of leaves in the back of your head that like that's there.
that
Someone's going to use that.
that was like horrifying. They're like, that's for later. Ah! Like,
Oops, who left that?
what you
there?
mean? Because so many things were happening, and I just kept thinking, and they still haven't used a bed of nails. Like, what the fuck?
I'll put this in here. I don't know what clip this is, but it's gonna be something good. And I like the idea too that like nobody in the match put it under there. Like it somehow was being used by the crew to put the show together.
What part of the show would need the bed of nails? uh, but yeah. So the Death Riders
It's
get
where they
involved.
secured the extra screws they didn't need.
The Death Riders get involved. We get Will Ospreay, who comes out and tries to help fight them off, but he gets basically crushed with the chair, Pillmanized, stomped in, fucking stretchered out. We get this message from Darby on Mount fucking Everest, which is all like legit shoot on Mount Everest, a phone message. Before Bryan Danielson shows
Panther
up
mask.
in the Blue Panther mask, doing the fucking yes chants that WWE
Said
apparently
not to.
just asked him not to. And of course, what can you what the fuck do you mean don't do the yes chants? Like, what is that? What are you saying? What do you even what don't point your fingers in the air? Why?
Like,
Why? What does that mean? Like, why I just don't like it, and I would like for you not to. Sorry.
And let the record show, by the way, he's not saying anything.
He's not saying anything. He's never said the yes thing. He
All
doesn't
he's doing
say
is
yes.
going like this.
How can
Anyone
you
can do that.
sue? You could sue someone for doing the rhythm.
Stomp, stomp, clap. Stomp, stomp, clap.
He
Which
basically
is appropriate.
told,
I'm wearing a Queen shirt today.
he basically told WWE to eat shit. With that, which is great. That was fucking great. That was a cool moment, and of course, it's the Blue Panther mask. Blue
Yeah.
Panther is his hero. So like everything about that was awesome. Brian gets his revenge against Mox. You know,
This is where we get the end game moment, and like Lee Moriarty is triggered and runs out there.
motherfucker, leading to all this nonsense.
All
No, but
STP runs in, so then the Sons of Texas run in.
so Brian is out there. Who else runs out? I want to say, excuse me, I have my fucking recap up right here on Facebook. I'm trying to do it from memory, but that's an impossible task. Nick, why don't you talk to us for a second?
All right. So, I mean, who didn't run in and run out there, right? Like, you had Darby, you had, of course, Danielson in the Blue Panther mask. My favorite moment, though, which I was not at all expecting, was at some point, Moxley's able to gain control back of the whole situation. And he's like, no, you know what? I'm going to win this, and I'm so confident in it. I'll give him just a little peek, a little taste of that world championship. So he has Marina Shafir take the key, and they've never done it before, but she has to go over to the briefcase, and then suddenly, click, Someone
Yeah.
just handcuffed her to the ringside area, taking her completely out of the equation. And who else but the man himself selling you coffees? It's Prince Nana.
It's Prince fucking Nana. Let's see this. Did Marina Shafir Marina Shafir goes through the table after this moment, right? Okay, cool. Because I was like, damn, how did she get up? I was looking at it backwards. Anyway, like you mentioned, Prince Nana locks her in, and we turn around, and Swerve Strickland makes his way down with the chain of destiny. The chain, the fucking chain, the legend. I love that this. I love the way they laid it out on fucking Thursday, where they did the promo. Hangman dropped the chain, and Swerve picked it up, and he looks at it, and he's like he knows what he has to do at that moment. I love that Chekhov's gun thing because there was so much going on that you actually forget for a little bit. Many times you think it's almost over and you forget that God Swerve has not come out with that chain. You forgot that fucking chain.
Knocked him out.
This is the chain that's been used in Hangman versus Mox, Swerve versus Hangman. Swerve has hung Hangman with this. Hangman has hung Moxley with this. It's and now again, Hangman. Actually, this doesn't actually end things. It does factor into the ending though, as Marina Shafir tries to get involved one more time, and Hangman smokes her ass
Try
for good.
Yeah.
She's been compromised to a permanent end. She got that DVD through the table. Great fucking moment.
And this is why too, if we go back to the aspect of Endgame, and now all of a sudden Roddy's running in here to protect the honor of his wife.
I think she can handle herself too well. It's that's the problem. Roddy's like, she asked me not to get involved, and if I do, she will beat the shit out of me. Maria Shafir. Yeah, I mean, otherwise, like, look at this shit, man. This fucking show, this match in particular, it was so violent. I could show things, I could pull clips forever, but
it's a scary prospect to try to pull clips for this match in particular.
The ending comes when Hangman. Oh shit! I thought you posted the video. There it is. Well, he pulls out the briefcase. Finally, afterwards.
Right out of that briefcase.
I was looking for the finish.
The sun is shining on AEW once more. The case is free. The belt is on the loose.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I wanted to see that finish though. I wanted to show, like, I want us to historically have seen this ending, this 1 minute. I'm gonna there we go. I'm gonna bring on my other guest who I lost for a second.
Hello.
John. Greg says that was Willow's spot, and I'm upset. They did. Like, I was wondering why Willow didn't get involved in the finale, man. I was actually a little pissed about that.
We know she's there.
Nah. I think Willow should have locked her, or Willow should have been the one who took Marina Shafir out for good. But Hangman did it himself. He didn't need help. Sorry, Greg. John will come back when he's ready.
At some point. That's okay. Same with my video.
Yeah.
It's coming back slowly but surely.
Just
look at that.
Fucking hell. Onto the bed of nails. Onto the bed of nails. Hangman,
the worst part about that too is, like, as he lands on him, you see those nails going deeper into the board itself.
There was a spot where Moxley is he curb stomps Hangman into the nails, and he's able to protect himself. But when he does the fucking Death Rider or the regular version of it, it's like a fucking Hangman goes down onto the nails. I'm like, his head is like he get punctured. Like, what the fuck, bro?
I mean, even the part where, like, Hangman's protecting his hand, like, that's still your hand going into a bed of nails.
John,
that part too
you did?
scary where Hangman has Moxley basically not just choking him out, but hanging him literally. Like it's if you guys ever seen the legendary picture of Martin Farmer Burns, and he's like just hanging there showing how strong of a neck he has, no matter how strong of a neck you have, like something like that is going to put a lot of pressure on that windpipe. It's going to put a lot of pressure on your neck, and that could go so wrong with how like Moxley was flailing around, and I was legitimately terrified that something was going to happen there.
Without getting into every single detail of the match, I think one of the things that made this all feel so worth it is that we had to kind of fight as viewers to get it. It was dangled in front of us, and we almost had it so many times. The swerve one was so close, and fucking so many times where the guy would come so close to getting this title, and he would lose, and people would be so fucking furious. John Moxley, you son of a bitch! He's ruining the show. I swear to God, he's ruining the show.
He's hurting my mental health.
All to get this final moment, and it's Hangman Adam Page, and it may not have been planned that way all along, but the wherewithal, the pivot, all of it came together so perfectly in history. Now it exists as this story. Like, this was perfect. This was beautiful. It like I mentioned earlier, it tied together so many things that were layered, but also closed an entire arc. That's great storytelling in wrestling, and I don't know if they're gonna get credit from corny ass people that are like conditioned very hard by what they've only watched for 20 years straight, but I don't even know if you have to keep an open mind. I feel like if you just watch it, if you just watch this, you'll understand. You'll understand how somebody could say, how could this new thing that just happened possibly be the best thing you've seen? Like, you know how much fucking hours of wrestling I've watched? Do you know how many times, compared to how many hours of wrestling I watched, do you know how many times I've actually felt like viscerally happy for a story situation, and one that isn't like let's say last year Bryan Danielson winning the world championship at All In. That was incredible. It's also my favorite fucking wrestler ever, like the GOAT. Like, that's the greatest wrestler to ever live to me. And so when he won, that was baked in. That's why I felt so big about it. This was like manufactured. This was like a full on professional wrestling storyline. Like, this is full. I was so invested. I was so happy to see Hangman take this shit out of the briefcase and hold it up into the air. The sun shines over AEW once again. The Death Riders are defeated. Like, that shit made me feel hope. Superman and Hangman. They need, all of you fucking little artists out there, not the little artists, you're good people, but all of you artists out there, you need to draw us Hangman and Superman holding fucking hands and bringing hope to wrestling fans and movie fans in the same fucking weekend. That shit was beautiful. I have a friend, Peter. I love Peter.
I was gonna say, what happened to him?
We used to go to WWE shows together all the time. We haven't been together all the time, but we had when SummerSlam weekend was in New York, we went to pretty much everyone together. And he was like staunch WWE fan. He didn't watch AEW because he felt like he was turning his back on WWE if he watched AEW. But he got priced out. He has a tattoo, like the stand up for WWE guy, like the Hulu guy. You know, I'm not a pro wrestling fan. I'm a WWE fan. He has that. He has a WWE tattoo, and he got priced out of WrestleMania. So he went to All In. This was like, I'm gonna go to All In. It's never been. It's an AEW show. I don't watch it. I'm just gonna go to All In. He watched this fucking show. And like we said, longest show in the history of wrestling pay-per-views came out of that shit. He wrote a whole ass paragraph and a half about how he is a fan now. Like, it's changed. Like, any wrestling fan who legitimately sat down and watched this was incredible. And it's so good now. It's undeniable again. That's what's great. That's the feeling when they were like, restore the feeling, restore the feeling, restore the feeling. Mission accomplished.
We got
Yes!
the return of the pro AEW trolls on Twitter who are going through and just copy and pasting all of the, all the pictures and videos and GIFs of AEW All In. And again, I always point to, when I talk about different people who in my life are casual fans, I look no further than the one, the only, the legendary Mama Luraco, Mama L, always being, such a big casual
Thank you.
fan. And yet, at the end of the day, her favorite promotion to watch is AEW. It's something that she was able to, get invested in literally from day one, from the very beginning. And one of her favorite things is being able to keep up with so many, even with the homegrown talents that she probably never even heard of before AEW, and being able to see their rise, such as the Hangman.
The storytelling in the company has come together in a different way. Like, there were a lot of different factors that made AEW great over the years. Over the last 6 years they've been around. But I feel like this is the first time in their history where it's all on, like, all of their windfall right now, all the great things that are happening right now are strictly on them and the foundation that they've built and the things and the effort they've put in. It was like there's no artificial boost. There's no excuse. There's no way to poke a hole in the success right now. It's straight up storytelling, booking, effort, pleasing your fan base, delivering all for all year. This has been the greatest year in AEW's existence. This has surpassed 2021, hands down, easily. With this story, the way this ended. But if this was the end of like a book, like the book of AEW, like, oh, and then this is the end of book one. Things ended up okay in the end. Like, they went through a lot. Like, I don't know if you could blame it directly on CM Punk's situation. That was on both sides, admittedly, right? Like, it's not just that it was CM Punk. Leadership, well, a failed leadership was the real issue with the CM Punk thing, and that was a test that they ultimately failed. And it was like a dark cloud after that, and they
I
went
think too,
through it.
it's like the WCW philosophy in a way of it's death by 1,000 cuts. Some of those cuts are going to be bigger. Some of them are going to be deeper. Some of them might even be serrated and very, very difficult to heal and take care of. Hey, maybe this one's got a little salt in it too. But I think at the end of the day, what matters a lot is the fact that you're able to push through those things. And there's so many different aspects to look at with that. But I mean, John, like you were saying, the fact that you can push past some of these dark moments there, again, everyone online is saying, oh, they're going to fail, this is that t-shirt company, they're not going to be able to have a good match after this, it's going to fall under, and it's going to just be another case of WCW all over again. But not after this. WCW never ran a show that was this good.
That's absolutely true. Like, I don't think an alternative to WWE has ever put on shows as good as AEW. And that's not like there's no fucking, oh, you're just biased. prove me wrong. Like, pick one out. Pick one
I
out.
literally do the WCW show with Mac on here.
Literally, like, pick one out. We'll go band for band. We'll go show for show. Like, put a WCW pay-per-view on. We'll go card for card. Like, come on, man. This is incredible. The thing about wrestling history is that a lot of times when promotions went through a thing like the CM Punk thing that AEW went through, it was death for them. They didn't come back, or like maybe they existed for long, but it was the end. Like when Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff came into TNA, the slow decline, they never recovered. There were some good moments. There were like you can pick out many, many good moments, but as a whole, you can point to that as the day TNA got cancer and they never healed. This CM Punk thing could have been the death of another young company. They survived, they thrived, and I think the Hangman being crowned champion at the pivotal point in this moment is beautiful fucking karmic poetry. What did George Lucas say? It's like poetry, it rhymes. It's because Hangman dropped the belt at that time because they were so eager to please the outside superstar that they lost their way. So watching them find their way again and then crowning the guy from that era it was poetry. I'm so hyped for AEW right now, like as a
I
whole.
think absolutely, and I think too, it's in a way it might not feel like it now, but I think later on, a lot of people are going to think and realize that it's probably good that those mistakes, that those decisions and eventualities that happen afterwards happened earlier on in their life and existence compared to later where it might be too late to teach an old dog new tricks. So I think now that they are able to learn from past mistakes and again see what works and figure out the best route to get from point A to point B, I think that's also very much a major thing in their corner.
It was never gonna be perfect, you know. It was never gonna be like listen to the like concept, like listen to what AEW is like. A billionaire wrestling fan decided like I'm gonna try to run a wrestling promotion, and they succeeded so fast that they created an expectation now is like literally impossible to keep up.
Mhm.
I feel like it was a miracle that they got as far as they did, as fast as they did in the first place. So any stagnation or anything was overly criticized, and it creates like a doom and gloom feeling. But they kept their fucking head looking forward. They put the blinders on, and there were times where they took their blinders off and they peaked and they allowed it to fuck with them, and they fucked up and they started listening to the right voices again, and they started course correcting and fixing things and course correcting and fixing things until finally they hit that shit and they fucking it's perfect again. It feels perfect right now. Like I'm so happy to be a wrestling fan. Like wrestling.
All
Like
of
I
the
love
ship
wrestling.
has never felt stronger before.
My son, my child, you've been watching AEW since 2021?
2020.
2020.
Y'all Stadium Stampede.
That's right. 2020. Hey, what did you think tonight? Like, how did you feel tonight with the show, Hangman, and all the things that happened in the main event and leading up to the main event, story
This
stuff?
whole show, it's like I've never felt this way watching any type of wrestling before. Like I'm so happy and thankful and grateful that AEW exists. Like it hurts to think of a world with no AEW. Like imagine watching Goldberg with no alternative right now. You can't watch. You can't stand watching. You can't watch Jelly Roll you can't watch Jelly Roll hit an RKO on Drew McIntyre. I'll kill myself. I'm glad I'm glad Tony Khan's father is who he is. I'm glad he has the amount of money he has.
Oh yeah.
I felt this like spark in me while I watched Hangman tap out John Moxley. I was so happy. I'm out of my seat, tears in my eyes. He rips out the belt through the briefcase. I never felt so much passion watching wrestling before. The AEW brought that to me.
It's such a blessing almost. Like it's crazy. Like it's going to take a long time. It's going to take maybe 10, 20, 30 years before people admit that as a fact, as an objective fact. For now, there's going to be pushback. For now, there's going to be people that hate to hear it. But it's true. We're saying it now, early, as it happened, so that when you look back in history, you don't have to be someone who jumped on the bandwagon. I was saying it then. I was saying it when they said AEW was bad. I was like, yeah, but give them a second. I watched WWE be bad for 15 years, bro. I still stuck. I watch this shit every week anyway. I watch it now. Like, come on. You're going to tell me I can't let this little new company go through some trials and tribulations and come out cool on the other side? Look at how fucking worth it was.
The pendulum will always swing from one direction to the other, consistently and forevermore.
It feels even better. It feels even better when you have to watch that type of garbage. Like when you do that dry phase and you finally get here, it feels better than it does normally.
That's right. When you sit through it, right? That's what makes the good feelings good. Like when you go through the bad, literally, there's no sunshine without rain. And I wanted to talk about this for a second though, Anthony. I didn't want to. I think tribalism is fun. Don't get me wrong. I love tribalism, man. I love this comment right here from Deborah right here. AEW blows WWE by far. I love that shit, right? I love to feel that. And I laugh. I love when WWE fans do it too. It's so funny. Although they said to take it like to a real different place. But I like besides
Whoa,
that.
why
like,
are you insulting my family all of a sudden?
What the fuck did my mother do to you? But I love tribalism because it's fun. People take sides, and that's human. Humans are tribe. That's what they do. Like people like try to shut it on, and it's like, how could you shut down a human emotion? Like that's just what that's our instinct. We find people we relate to, and we click up, and we laugh at other things. So, but the thing is, I don't like to turn these shows into like a back and forth thing. But I did want to talk about this tonight because I feel like WWE made it. You made that the conversation on purpose. You did that. You didn't. I don't want that. You did that. You made AEW versus WWE the conversation this weekend, and it backfired entirely. Holy shit! It didn't backfire. Like, I never want to use these shows to do these type of things, but when they purposely put Saturday Night's Main Event and NXT up against AEW All In, and not just Saturday Night Main Event was on after All In. No, the fuck it wasn't. First of all, that shit was on during the main event of the show. And second of all, they're still trying to take the headlines of the weekend. That's on purpose. And there's no, you only deny that if you're dumb or if you want to play along like, oh, haha, WWE's doing that. And if you want to laugh at it, that's fine. That's tribalism. That's fun. Make a meme. Do something creative with it. But fuck you. You did this. You turned it into a problem. And now look, Saturday Night's Main Event was a piece of shit. The WWE fans who watched it are calling it a piece of shit. They're like, man, that show was garbage. Goldberg got fucking retirement cut off short or whatever. They did that to themselves because all that happened in the face of one of the greatest AEW shows of all time now. So now, look, AEW has been on a roll. Like, how can you call yourself a wrestling fan if you didn't enjoy All In? In the face of, oh, fuck, that Goldberg shit was garbage. So now you shifted the whole fucking momentum. I guarantee you Wednesday people are going to tune in that were curious, that weren't curious before, but they are like, God, I'm bored, and all those people are having fun. Look at them having fun over there, and I'm bored over here. Why am I bored over here on purpose?
They're enjoying their wrestling over there? Oh, I need to check that out.
So the only thing WWE succeeded in doing was keeping people from tuning in All In live. The weekend was stolen. The weekend is gone. Nothing you could do at Evolution is going to take the headlines from AEW All In. You would actually have to, I don't know, dig up fucking Fabulous Moolah or some shit. Like, there's no fucking... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have to be like a crazy headline, like double problematic. Not only the necromancy. Forget the necromancy. Let's talk about Fabulous Moolah's fucking...
They got Moolah, they got Benoit, they got Snuka.
No, I don't know who said that, Anthony Brown, but thank you for joining us. Yeah, no, but like we were saying, this was the comment that spawned this conversation because, like I said, WWE created that environment, and now look, you tripped and fell on your face. So do it again if you want, but like it's just gonna keep happening because of all the things you could ever say about pay-per-view about AEW throughout its entire existence. The one thing that's an undeniable fact is that the pay-per-views are their meat. The pay-per-views are always great. They always fucking deliver. So continue to counterbook if you want. Like, that's just going to be, you're just going to make for fun memes. It's going to be funny as fuck. I'm going to sit here every time laughing.
It's such a mistake. It shoots themselves in the foot because it goes back to, what they used to previously have with, like, early 2010s WWE, where you remember they had the themed pay-per-views and you had to book around knowing there's a Hell in a Cell in October, and it's just like, we're not naturally getting to that rivalry that should just have a Hell in a Cell just naturally spawn in there. You're forcing it, and it's the same thing. You're forcing these feuds, you're forcing these matches, you're forcing every aspect into these little boxes for these pay-per-views just because you want to have something to take away from AEW. You want to have something to counter program them just because you want to be petty.
And I'm just so fucking laughing. And of course, like, the pettiness in me also laughs at how like, as someone who enjoys AEW more than WWE, like, I still enjoy WWE, don't get me wrong. When it's good, it's good. When it's not, I still watch it. So, like, I mean, what does that say about me? Like, fucking as someone that enjoys AEW more, seeing CM Punk go through the Saudi Arabia and embarrassment ritual fucking the same month that Hangman gets placed back on top of AEW, it was like catharsis. Like, Wow, look at the karmic
Karma.
shift.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is justice. That is poetic. That is beautiful, beautiful poetry. Fucking great. Thank you. But did you guys, Nick, Jonathan, did you guys have any more thoughts on the main event tonight? Hangman Adam Page, world champion.
I'm glad it happened. I'm happy that the championship is free once again, and we can see it in all its beauty. Kudos to also maintaining that continuity of Danielson's side plates being in there on the title as well.
This is a funny thing. Anthony says the Death Rider story is 3 to 4 months past due. That doesn't look at how things turned out, right? This is the biggest AEW show of the year. This ends the biggest story of the year, right? That's how WrestleMania used to be booked. Like the biggest stories, the stories would be booked around WrestleMania. Like you would go, the biggest stories end at WrestleMania. So the other months are used to build to WrestleMania. Like I don't know if I want the if Swerve had beaten John Moxley, let's say, as cool as much as we were like, oh man, that would have been so cool. Then what the fuck comes from next? Like, what is? But you end up with the last two all-ins where the stories were built with like 2 months of build and it fell thrown together. This all-in had multiple stories that had a year, 7 months, 9 months of build, and that's what made all in feel big. So I don't know that ending the Death Rider story 4 months ago would have worked for anybody, like other than people that want instant satisfaction. I think the patience was way, way, way more worth it. Like I think that this ending makes everything better in comparison, like entirely.
I think long term definitely is a major factor when it comes to like a major main storyline, because I think about the Bloodline, for instance, going to the other company, staying the course, being patient, and through good times and bad times just kind of chugging along. I think it definitely helps with that major payoff, because when you do it in the right spot, when you do it just right, it is perfect, and you can see just that payoff, the provision from that. If you stay the course, wait for it to pay off, you're going to get a lot of riches from that. The fans love it. And going with Mac's comment there, World War 395 is very much, unironically, a fantastic show and miles better than Saturday Night Main Event.
John Moxley does not have the title anymore. Yeah, the Death Riders are still a thing, but the story of John Moxley as world champion holding the company hostage is done. Dunzo. There's a new day. Now the only thing left is to kill John Moxley. No, that's Darby Allin's job, is to end him, compromise him to a permanent end. It's like imagine if this was Will Ospreay instead of Hangman. It wouldn't have had the same. It wouldn't have had the same. It wouldn't have had the same effect. It wouldn't have had it. Everything about it. Everything about it being Hangman in this moment is what made it feel so big and important. Like it was. It was perfect. Everything was perfect. Thank the wrestling gods for this rich man and his father.
One of the only acceptable times to root for a billionaire.
Seriously, I'll protect that one. They're eating billionaires. Hold on. Give me the nerdy one. That one's with us. Get it over here.
This is where we're like, yeah, go get those billionaires, and then just kind of like move over, kind of block Tony Khan from their vision, the line of sight.
But Darby jumped from Mount Everest to help Hangman. That's what it was. That's what took him so long. But shit. Yeah, man. I guess with that we can come back to the beginning of the show. That was the pre-show. Excuse me. Oh shit. That is crazy. Look what Greg just sent me. This will be a painful one for some people. This image of this sign. There was a bunch of great signs. One of my favorites was Tony Khan over God. I was like, yeah.
Oh,
And there was also this sign, because they were in Dallas, Texas, and you can't get out of Dallas without making fun of some Cowboys. Oh shit, that's why that's Hangman, a cowboy, the first cowboy that's been a world champion in Dallas since 1996. Damn. Damn. thank, thank you, Greg, for alienating all these people. No, I'm kidding.
Every fan in Dallas has just left.
They did cut Goldberg's speech. Nasty work. Couldn't have been me. We were busy celebrating with room to breathe. Yeah, yeah.
It
You
was
know
cool
what?
seeing Doug Dillinger though.
It was crazy because they were like, you know why this was the longest show in pay-per-view wrestling history, right? They were on in the daytime. There's no building cutoff. They were like, it's okay, everyone, gather around. There's no times on tonight's matches. Wrestle until you fucking feel like you're finished. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
We'll add more people to the gauntlet. Who's not doing anything?
There were legit surprises in the gauntlet match. Nobody knew. They were just sending chicks out there. Let's see, they're not done. Send another one. Holy shit.
Master, you're not doing anything. Go out in your gauntlet.
That was fucking great. This is great. It's so much fun. But I can't wait to look at the runtime on that shit in a little while. Like the insane runtime with like 5 hours and 49 minutes or some shit.
It's wild to look at. Like I'm now, granted it's Wikipedia, of course, so it's different here and there. But like, how many matches are past or approaching 30 minutes each?
Incredible. They have times? Do they have times?
Yeah.
How long was the main event?
Main event itself says 35 minutes 55 seconds, which then said it followed 30 minutes for Okada and Omega, 30 minutes 32 seconds. My gosh. And then the women's world title was 24 minutes 10 seconds, 27 minutes for the women's casino gauntlet, 25 minutes for Swerve and Ospreay versus the Bucks, 35 minutes for the men's casino gauntlet.
This is great. This is great. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at those look at those match times. Wait. Oh, is it really? Is it really? Does Darby in the video say, I'm on Mount Rushmore right now, and I'm coming. I mean, I'm on Mount Everest right now, and I'm fucking coming down, bitch. I'll be right there. Give me a second. That was incredible. I don't know what he said. I don't even know what he said. I have to listen to it again. But yeah, well, pre-show time. We'll talk about the pre-show. We had 3 matches on there. Let's talk about them all at once real fast. The Sons of Texas versus the Shane Taylor Promotions. Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, Marshall Von Erich, Ross Von Erich. Why does one of those Von Erichs not look like a Von Erich? We talked about that yesterday.
Right,
It really bothers
Ross,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Dye his hair. Like, somebody forced him to dye his hair. What the fuck are y'all doing? Anyway.
I think it was a fun way, though, that they had this following last night's show to kind of connect the 2 nights. I thought that was nice.
That was cool. Kevin Von Erich comes out. Excuse me, Jesus. And he fucking hits the Iron Claw on Anthony Ogogo while everybody else does also doing Iron Claws. I think
Everyone did an Iron Claw.
Yeah. And they did the pin, and it was cool, big moment. The
Dustin
Outlaw,
and Sammy Guevara were taking it easy in this match too.
Dustin's nephews came out. The Cody and Dustin's nephews, the
Yeah.
Wayne something. I don't know what the fuck they're called. The other Rhodes, more Rhodeses.
Wayne and Wyatt Rhodes.
Wayne and Wyatt Rhodes. They were out there. It was cool. It was a nice feel good moment. Dustin from Texas, Sammy Guevara from Texas. They're going to be wrestling twice tonight. I'm going to fucking kill these kids. Oh my god, give me the gym equipment.
Not the lap pull down machine.
Anyway,
why are the dogs in the enclosed pool area?
In the enclosed pool area, as long as you know to get them, Nick. we follow that with Big Boom AJ in the conglomeration.
We bring the boom.
I would like to think of him as part of the conglomeration. The conglomeration is not a faction; it is a state of mind. Anybody and everybody can be in the conglomeration. That's why Kyle O'Reilly. They kept saying Kyle O'Reilly's in the conglomeration, but I think for one night only. I'm like, no, you don't fucking understand it. Your commentary. Kyle O'Reilly's in the conglomeration again because he turned on the frame of mind. He can do that at will. Come on.
Conglomerate for life.
Hologram. Kyle O'Reilly, Tomohiro Ishii, and Big Boom AJ. It's the craziest team I've heard of in my life.
So I appreciate so much, by the way, Kyle O'Reilly going wild on his way to the ring to the
Hitting
beat
a- hitting a
of Big Boom
Rizzler.
AJ's song.
Hitting the Rizzler face the whole
Rizzler,
time.
as he's like shoot, he's hitting
Yeah,
kicks,
yeah.
he's risen it up. It is fantastic. I
It's
love
ridiculous.
O'Reilly.
Can't believe you said that. Yeah, so during the match, Big Justice gets shoved down by Trent Beretta, and that leads to him getting revenge, spearing Trent Beretta when the ref was turned around. Big Boom, power bomb. I want to say I actually
The
missed
power
the
boom.
power boom, big power boom, and 1, 2, 3, fun times. Not comparable, I don't think to like. I think he's really good. I don't think he's really good. I'm always surprised at how competent Big Boom AJ is as a wrestler. But like I always
That's what it
forget
is.
he's a wrestler because like I always forget he's a wrestler, and then he gets in the ring and he's like entirely a professional wrestler. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool. Look at Big Boom AJ taking bumps like a cool guy. like he just knows how to do that. He was a wrestler first. But
Right. And he was trained in the old school ways too.
yeah, exactly. Like he throws such a great working punch. Like look at him. Anyway,
Like he's a 90s wrestler.
Rizzler out there just being Rizzler. That's what makes him great. And the main event of the pre-show was FTR and the Outrunners.
That was also one of the things. Speaking of kids screaming, you guys hear that like little kid in the audience that kept screaming during this match?
I didn't actually. I missed that.
Because my older uncle pointed that one out to me. I was like, you know what, you're right. And that was like all I ended up hearing. Ooh, this is the ASMR edition.
I was trying to get some stuff. Ready for the show during this match because I wanted to see FTR versus the Outrunners. The Outrunners came out dressed like a pack of
Marlboros?
Newports.
Oh, it was
Pack-
Newports, yeah.
Yeah, a pack of Newports. FTR. It wasn't as good as the last match, but it was also a pre-show match, and I was like, damn, it's kind of fucked up. They're on a pre-show, but there's really no room.
Watch petty WWE be like, see, they're promoting smoking to kids.
They're calling the fucking government right now. But yeah, FTR gets the win by cheating. Stokely held down the I forget which Outrunner's foot with the towels, and they were gonna come back out later on to watch the tag team championship match. So that's the end of the pre-show. It was nothing special, nothing to write home about, but I thought the Big Boom stuff is fun. I think the Big Boom stuff is always fun.
There was the one point during the pre-show that did sort of not put a dark cloud, but it definitely was something that kind of stuck in our minds was when they announced the change to Adam Cole's match later in the night.
Yeah. At first, I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, well, you must have gotten hurt or something, in the shoulder. You never know. It could be anything. They didn't say what it was. So Adam Cole stripped of the championship and fatal four-way for the TNT championship instead of Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher. It's going to be Daniel Garcia, Dustin Rhodes, Kyle Fletcher, and Sammy Guevara. Like we said, Sammy and Dustin wrestled earlier, but
Right.
they'll wrestle again later on. They stepped up. And so they'll be
Texas.
rewarded. They'll be rewarded kindly. But the show opened with the AEW World Trios Championships. Do we have like a clip or something?
I can try to hunt one down.
Find me something. Yes. Daniel says he's been a WWE fan since day one, but he's happy for this company. No. AEW fan since day one, but he's happy for this company. I used to watch WWE when he was younger, and it just fell out of love with wrestling. This right here, man, what a fucking pay-per-view. Yeah, man, I don't blame you. I used to hear a lot about that when AEW first started too. This is crazy to start seeing these kind of comments again.
I don't have any clips from this match.
That's okay. When this company started, a lot of people were like, "Man, I stopped watching WWE or I stopped watching wrestling because of WWE or whatever." And the AEW shows brought me back, and so that's kind of cool to hear. Tony Khan did get asked about Adam Cole at the presser.
During the scrum?
Yeah, he said he's a great human being. The locker room loves him. It's hard to have a conversation about this, but he felt it was the right move to give him time off and to let him talk to the fans tonight. Uh, he was planning to work the pay per view, but they talked this morning, and Adam wasn't feeling well. That sounds concerning.
That's scary. Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a concussion. It's that's kind of scary because if it came out of nowhere like that, then that's probably why he's like, I don't even know if I'm gonna retire. Like, what the fuck? I didn't even hit my head. I'm having symptoms.
Yeah. 'Cause, like,
But
modern concussion protocol too, a lot of it is even if you've had X amount of, and I think concussions are like in different degrees. I'm not an expert on this, don't quote me on that, but when you get X amount of points on like a concussion card, let's say, that's going to add up to them probably not wanting you to ever wrestle again.
so it looks like they just found out yesterday, though, that it would be a possibility that he wasn't going to wrestle. So that's why it came together so late. Even they couldn't have put anything together on the collision to tell people. They just didn't know. It's just crazy.
One of the interesting things too is like if you look at his match history of like the last couple of months, it's been mostly multi-man matches, and I think a lot of it could be chalked up to wanting to make Paragon a thing, but it was very noticeable that he wasn't defending that open challenge TNT title he has.
Yeah, I think that's one thing people grabbed onto. He hadn't defended the belt since the Josh Alexander match in June. But
which that itself, like before that, was the match with Fletcher.
Yeah.
And then the month before that was a match with Claudio. So, it was like 3 defenses in 3 months.
That'd really be fucked up to find out that his career is over like this. But we'll see, man. But the show opens with the Ops. Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Kazuchika Shibata, and their fucking garbage theme song. I was like, damn it, this sucks. They're out here just.
It's as bad as that game show theme song Samoa Joe had in NXT when he first debuted.
This stinks. Just give them back their fucking Samoa Joe music. Like this sucks. Mikey
give them
Ruckus.
Each their own songs.
We have to take Mikey Ruckus out back, man. It's about that time. It's about that time to find new music leadership. Just start licensing everybody's music. Fuck it. You're rich. But
they literally have access to the entirety of the Warner Chappell production music that WCW always used. And those theme songs were a banger. If any of you have never once listened to the greatness that was Brad Armstrong's WCW theme song, after we're done here, please do yourself a favor and listen to that.
It's I was gonna say they've got like dozens upon dozens of songs. That's how they were able to use Chris Jericho's old WCW era music. They just had access to it already, and they had the Hardys. But I think the Hardys is already like access. Like you could just buy it out there.
Well, that was because you could do that with any of the production theme songs.
Yeah.
That was the same thing they did. I think the Hollies, their music was also in those music libraries.
Oh, excuse me. But yeah, so this match was nothing crazy to write home about. There was a very cool spot early on with Powerhouse Hobbs catching Wheeler Yuta off a fucking Doomsday Device attempt and giving him a power slam. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was cool.
But the match ends with Samoa Joe hitting Yuta with the Muscle Buster. And then the fucking Death Riders kill Samoa Joe. They absolutely murdered him. He will not be helping Hangman Page out this evening. So that's cool. I think I have the clip though of that Powerhouse Hobbs moment. That shit was awesome. I wanted to show that. Off. My boy Hobbs. I was thinking if Hook would have been in this match, it would have sucked to see because then that would have been such a such an indicator of a lack of growth. Like, damn, he's still in the fucking opening match of All In. Like, god damn, bro. It's been years.
Gosh, I feel bad for Hook, honestly.
I'm like, I was like, that was fucking awesome.
Oh, we would never have something that cool though if Hook was there.
Yeah, Hook can't catch. They had a Jericho theme that wasn't licensed, right? They just had access to it. I'm not thinking of the White Zombie song. It was I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm wrong. I just remember them having access to something already and using it that way. But But this 6-man,
bothers my OCD whenever they dub over any of his WCW songs with the "Break the Walls Down" theme.
they used to do that with Rey Mysterio on ECW. AEW promotes violence against women because the babyface Hangman gave Shafir a lariat. Well, he also killed her tonight. So, and on his way to being a triumphant, like, beautiful babyface hero.
And where is Roddy?
But yeah, so the ops wanted to make sure the Samoa Joe doesn't help later on, so they took him out early. Very good stuff. I was like, oh, interesting. The intrigue. I like that.
I was wondering if that was going to be a sign of things to come, and if they were going to make their presence felt later on with Swerve and Ospreay.
I'm glad that they didn't, because that match was fucking fire. When this is over, I'm probably just gonna put the show back on. Like, I just gonna throw it back on and put it. But yeah, so we followed that up with the men's casino gauntlet match.
Yes.
Mark Briscoe opens it. He comes out at number 1. MJF at number 2. They get a little time.
It was cool too because Briscoe had a huge montage, marked it, of his brother Jay. There's 2 of them running behind him simultaneously as well.
That was cool because they had just put a Players Tribune video out with the Briscoes earlier in the night, earlier in the day on YouTube, and they used footage from that. But there we go. Nick has a media for us. I love it. Thank you, Nick. But yeah, look, we got fucking Don Callis' family's absolutely smoking Ricochet. It's unnecessary. But
I think too, it was notable in that moment. Josh Alexander didn't care. He was allowing Takeshita to get that pinfall. They had like a gentleman's agreement.
I think Takeshita was the goal for the Don Callis family. But the Casino Gauntlet match, the order of participants, MJF or Mark Briscoe comes out. MJF follows him. Number 3, I had him in front of me, and then I lost the whole thing. Now it's taking me all the way back to the end of the fucking show. Jesus Christ, women's Swerve and Bucks. Holy shit! I'll show you guys. Just this is where
3.
I'm.
I uploaded a different media. Not sure where it is on the timeline of the event, but
we did a lot of coverage today. There was a lot of coverage. Because there was a lot of surprises in this.
The surprise entry.
The surprise entrance. One of them being Juice Robinson, clean shaven.
That was the airplane Burger King guy.
He came out looking like the Burger
Lord
King.
Farquaad.
Look at him. He's just 2016 Bo Dallas.
It's the shape. It's the shape, bro. It's the shape of his head and the hair and all the helmet thing comes together like that. Like, that's fucking nuts.
What was that one team for like 2016 WWE? Was like it's Social Outcast Bo Dallas?
Oh my god, that's great though. So it was Ricochet, then Bandito, Takeshita, the ROH World Championship match from the night before.
Exactly. I was so happy that they again called back to the night before with that iconic legendary match.
Deborah says her favorite matches were the Young Bucks match, Kenny Omega's match, Hangman's match. Yeah, the Elite. Yeah, but fucking bet. God damn, they run this world.
Yeah.
We're back on top. But anyway, so Bandito and Takeshita got to redo some stuff. More minutes. They gave us more minutes. Yes.
Because the fans threw money in the ring.
Fucking Takeshita, Bandito goes to hit a 21 plex on Mark Briscoe, and Takeshita grabs it afterwards, and it's like a 42 plex. And it was sick. Anyway, Josh Mystico after that comes out to Mi Muero, but the fucking audience is American, but he's like trying to get them to sing, but they don't sing. They're just waving their fucking phone back and forth.
Which was something. I did hear like at least a vocal enough amount singing it, so I was thankful for that.
I like the song. I know the song, but I can speak Spanish. A lot of the people in the arena can't. So I understand.
MVP on commentary had me dead.
What did he say?
MJF was just watching him try to get the crowd singing. MVP was like, skip his bullshit, start attacking already. For the whole time he was standing in the ring.
Mystico. They did do that. There was a joke that because there's the meme, the Triple H meme, where the fucking camera comes to his face and he looks out because he's surprised that I forget who originally was coming out, but it had been a Judgment Day meme, and so there was the MJF to Mystico music. They actually like did the camera angle, like they recreated the meme on their own. And I was like, oh, look at y'all being aware. Anyway, MJF Mystico, Josh Alexander, Anthony Bowens, Roderick Strong, Brody King, Juice Robinson, who's
By the way, you'll go on.
no, I was gonna say Juice Robinson, who then starts to get jumped by Ricochet's gang of people. Their faction now officially.
The Bishop and Toa came out.
Bishop and Toa, and then out come the Bang Bang Gang, the Gun Club. They're out to help their boys. Let's fucking go.
My heart was ready just in case we heard the Switchblade come out.
I don't know. It was too soon. I was like, damn, imagine, but I don't think he's ready. But
He
anyway,
wasn't, but my heart was ready just in case.
Gun Club. That was
But what I
all.
was gonna say too, you had more people singing "End of Heartache" with Roddy than poor Mystico.
Because it was English.
Yeah.
They were in
And
America.
it is a really good song.
It's good. Hey, fuck you. Memoir was a good song too.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm
Yeah,
just
you
saying.
were. Yeah, you were. It was implied. It was
I-
implied.
No, I actually really dig it for Mystico, and I'm glad that Tony Khan spent the money for it.
Just Keith. Did you see Keith Lee was at AEW?
Yeah, that Keith Lee.
But the food one, not the wrestler,
Hashtag not that Keith Lee.
not the wrestler that works there. The food one. He was sitting in front. He looked like he had a good time. I saw him cheering stuff on. I was like, I didn't know he'd be an AEW fan. That's cool. I wonder if he got invited. Like, are those seats just for people that get invited? Yes, like right behind MVP like that. Like that's crazy.
How do we get those?
How do we? Yeah, how the fuck do I get one of those? Come on, man. Yeah, get off your back, Max. Yeah, that's right. He did say that shit. But, I actually thought I had fun with the men's casino match, but I thought it was a little long. It felt long. It was like, all right.
It kept going.
I was like, holy shit. There was no intervals. They gave themselves no intervals on purpose. I think Excalibur even said they
They
can
even
come
said
out
that.
at random times. And I was like, you know what? I respect it. Because they bullshitted with the 2 minutes last time. And it was like, that wasn't no fucking 2 minutes. Like, it's been 10. Like, what the fuck?
And it's so insane too, because like you had, I think when we left off on like the entries, you had Kota Ibushi, Beast Mortos, and then like a whole 10 minutes just went on, and then you had the countdown again, and then Platinum Max Caster comes out.
I forgot Max Caster came out. I didn't even write him
Let's
down.
go, Max.
That's how
You're
long
the
that took.
best wrestler alive.
And he was more over than Anthony Bowens. I was like, shit.
He was doing the chant into Bowen's face while Bowens was laying on the ground.
They should just revisit that. Like, get that back together. Like, fuck it. Let them do another little feud and then hug at the end because they need each other. Like, this was a mistake. We put them back. Put them back and get the tag division running. Tag teams are fucking cool, man. Learn how to.
I hate
Anyway.
to say it, but like I'm actually really digging solo Max Caster's run right now as the best wrestler alive, and who can survive 5 with the best wrestler alive?
We did get MJF stealing the victory from Mark Briscoe, man. Mark
I did
Briscoe hits who did he hit with the Roderick Strong with the butterfly power driver, the J Driller. The beautiful J Driller.
And he yelled it too.
J Driller. I love when they yell out wrestling moves before they hit that shit. That's my favorite goddamn
Kaioken.
Anna. Yeah, exactly. MJF steals from Mark. Get out.
I love the sense of urgency MJF had. I gotta give all the guys credit.
Dude.
I think everyone in this match went into it with a sense of urgency.
It's when MJF won this, I felt confident that Hangman was winning the title. I was like, yes, like God, yes.
For
Yes,
me, I was
happening.
kind of mixed because, like, remember one of the things with MJF was he wanted to have the biggest, strongest guys on his side with the Hurt Syndicate, so he could take on the Death Riders if he needed to.
That's true. I forgot about that. That's right. He was scared of them. There was also a sense of of the Hurt Syndicate being MVP's lackeys a little bit. Like I think like I don't know if that's on purpose, but I hope it is so that they can address it and and it's part of the story and it becomes a reason why MVP and Bobby Lashley go to have odds or whatever. Because it's weird to me that Bobby Lashley is so okay with MVP having the world title shot and not him. Like, wouldn't you want that for yourself? Are you so satisfied with being tag team champion?
MJF.
Right? It's weird, but we'll see. We'll see where that goes. Anyway,
I mean,
that's
remember
over.
when in the certain promos when MJF has talked about getting his, Triple B, Bobby Lashley gives him this kind of look of like, just enjoy it while you can.
All right, it'll happen. It'll come. But we follow
So
that
that
with
thumbs up's gonna.
yeah, it's gonna come down.
Mm-hmm.
But we follow that with they really with probably the lowest, not the lowest point of the pay per view, but
Oh
the most emotional part of the
yeah,
show
absolutely.
tonight for sure. Adam Cole comes out. His music hits. Adam Cole, baby, and he is in tears, like completely in tears. There's no like he's trying to keep composure, but there's no. It's hard. And he speaks and he surrenders the TNT championship and he says he doesn't know. He's not even in a state of mind whether or not he should talk about retirement or whatever, but he doesn't know when he'll be seeing the fans again.
You just have like
And
O'Reilly and Roddy lurking outside the ring too.
yeah, they come in and they're crying. I think Kyle is like fucking broken. It was hard to watch, man. I was like, this can't be happening. I because it came out of nowhere too. I was just like in shock. Like this cannot be like this. No, like why is he talking like this? Like no, fuck this. Like fuck this. Like this is fucked up, dude. This is like by all accounts, anybody you ask in wrestling tells you Adam Cole is the nicest fucking guy. Like anything bad happens to
Right.
Adam Cole, and people are like, "Get behind me!" Don't
When
like,
CM Punk was having his big breakdown, his freak out session, he was willing to stop that just to talk about how much of a sweetheart Adam Cole was.
exactly. There's not many people in wrestling that get that kind of reputation. It's wrestling, right? Wrestling, you're used to people just being bad people. Like it doesn't even phase me anymore. Like you hear like, oh, this guy is really mean, this guy is abusive. I was like, yeah, I can tell. They bang his fucking head a lot. That causes issues. Like, you know. So when you hear that somebody's a genuinely nice guy and these things keep fucking happening to him, I'm just like, no, god damn it. This is fucked. This is fucked up. Um and yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen now. I don't know what he has, and I'm not like inquiring. I don't know if I really need to know. I just want him to be okay.
Right.
Really.
Yeah. No, it feels in a way kind of like the whole, kill switch Luchasaurus thing. It's like I much rather them focus on their real life personal health because you know what? Wrestling is only just such a small aspect of that, right? Like, and we've seen Adam Cole do other stuff beyond just wrestling. So if it is like in a physical aspect, and I hope it's something that is just very quickly and can easily, get figured out. I'm hoping, Adam Cole can, at least do maybe like a commentary or something because they've done that a lot on Collision the last several months, and I think he's been a solid commentator on the brand, and he fits in perfectly with Nigel and Tony Schiavone.
I think commentary stuff, but it's probably too early to think about things like that. At the very least, though, he ended things in good spirits. He got everybody to do the Adam Cole baby and smiling and everything.
And the boom.
Hit the boom. You had anything to say about this, Little John?
Like Nick was saying, it's like it's not Adam Cole. It's not like he's just wrestling on my screen. He's like a sweet guy. I've watched some of his streams, Chugs. He streams Halo, all the gaming
Yes.
streams. He's a cool guy. And I feel so bad because like he what did he do to deserve this?
Right.
I mean, he's so injury prone. Like he's been injured like a few times in his time in AEW. So it's like it hurts to watch. And now it got to the point where he's thinking about retirement.
It's sad. It's just so sad. It's like it was like holy shit, y'all gonna make us cry right in the middle of the show. So
A lot of people in the audience were crying, and again, there's a lot of those kind of, hardcore burly guys in Texas, and you see these big burly men with huge beards just bawling their eyes out at the thought of Adam Cole retiring for something that could potentially be bad.
Yeah, it sucks. It does suck. And then we followed that with the TNT Championship 4-way, which Dustin Rhodes wins, which it caught me off guard. I was like, "What the fuck?"
It felt like a botch too when it happened.
I mean, after as time has passed, I understand the choice. It was a real sad moment, so they wanted to give us a feel good moment in Dustin getting the title in Texas. Um, so I mean, people thought it was Kyle Fletcher's moment, but Kyle Fletcher is the bad guy, right? Like
Right.
giving a heel a win after a fucking babyface champion gives up his title in such an emotional moment is probably not the best way to go. So I get it. I get Dustin Rhodes winning the title in Texas. It was just such a shock in the moment. I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, wow.
But another Rhodes TNT champion, also someone who wrestled on Turner Television 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. And like he's in what, like year 37 of his career now. And
Yeah.
it's wild that, he's still able to go at such a consistent level.
No.
And a lot of people, I think he can.
No, yeah, he can. I was just saying, no, what's wild is that he's a triple champion in
I was just gonna say,
2025.
exactly. He is a triple champ. Man's a trios champ, a tag champ, and now and it's funny too because it's the 3-2-1. He is literally a triple crown champion now.
That's
I
really
just
cool.
realized, wow, it's a trios champion, a tag championship, and
a
a
singles.
singles.
And nobody can ever say like Dustin got mistreated. Like Dustin
Right.
gets treated like a hardcore, full-on legend in AEW. So I
Remember
appreciate
when
that
he
almost.
wanted to retire around the time Sting did?
He was like, "Never mind," and they're like, "Yeah, we'll sign you for 6 more years." Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
he's gonna be going until 2030. He'll wrestle in 6 decades.
He was talking about retiring last year, and then he signed for 6 more. What the fuck? What? Okay, shit. What invigorated his spirit? Oh shit!
Remember when Jeff Jarrett said he was going to go into the world title picture this year?
What happened to that? Yeah, who's gonna do a whole
Hangman.
tour?
It was Hangman. Hangman killed him. No. Hangman, then Claudio. But yeah, so we followed that. We followed that with the AEW. What the fuck was the next match? Holy shit! Excuse me, I lost the.
Tag match.
There we go. It was
Swerve and Ospreay.
the tag match, the big tag match. Swerve and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. JoJo Offerman, Bray Wyatt's wife, widow. It sounds so mean to say widow. Like, I don't like using the word, but I guess it is what it is.
Right.
She sings "Ain't Nobody" by Chaka Khan. I thought Chaka Khan was dead, bro. I thought she was dead. I didn't know she was alive.
He is?
Yes, she is. And they were like, somebody in another group chat was like, "Oh, I see you, Tony. You're too cheap to pay for Chaka Khan." And I was like, "Isn't she dead? What the fuck? I thought she was dead."
And she's a Chicagoan.
She's in Chicago. Oh shit.
So you think with a Chicagoan, Tony would want to invest.
Nah, but this was an even cooler moment. JoJo with the fireflies behind her when she was singing.
That was cool.
Oh man, that was so cool. I just didn't see that coming, and it sounded really good. Ain't nobody love me better. That was cool as fuck. Greg had talked about how he didn't know if AEW would ever go that far in referencing Swerve's career, but we finally got that.
Cuts aplenty.
That was awesome. That was awesome. What was that? It sounds like a remix of Terminator he's coming out to. Oh God.
Speaking of cuts, don't forget Will Ospreay also having a special entrance.
Ospreay comes out to this awesome ass. Here's the thing that made it kind of fucked up. The game sucked, right, to a lot of people, and so they're advertising an old Assassin's Creed game that sucked. So it was like funny, but also he had the voice actor do his intro. That's always cool when that happens.
And an officially sponsored entrance, and like Ubisoft was also like tagged in everything with like social media and vice versa. So I thought that was really cool. And
isn't that really cool?
That is awesome crossover. Like I wish that 343 Halo Studios was better, and while he was around, they could have done that with Adam Cole, baby. Oh, John, we can't hear you.
I can hear him talking downstairs. I can't hear
That's
him through my
funny.
headphones.
Just wish you
I can
just
hear him
wish they were
downstairs, too.
better, is what I was saying. But yeah, no, big entrance for Will Ospreay. Big match pyro. I love that shit. I love all that big pyro up on top,
That is so cool.
up on the
And
top of the thing.
the best part is, like, right after that
Ospreay,
is when
Ospreay.
Excalibur mentions that the arena that they're in has never once hung stuff so heavy from their ceiling as they have for this AEW event. And I'm thinking to myself, with all those explosions and all this like heavy weight, like now I'm gonna start freaking out and panicking. Thanks, Excalibur.
No, trust me. Everyone is fine tonight. Maybe. And this match was off the fucking chain. The Young Bucks came out. The Young Bucks came out on a
Crossing the Delaware.
yeah, on a boat. That was so fucking good and long. It was obnoxiously long. They're like, you pieces of shit. No, but then comes the match, and the match. I don't know who this surprised. Like, I don't know if you were surprised that the Young Bucks went out there with Swerve and Ospreay and did what they did. But if you were, then I'm glad for you, because this was everything I expected it to be, man. They went out there and
Here we go. Again, you could just loop this.
look at this shit, man. Like,
And there they go.
I got kids in the background screaming now.
Hey, I was screaming at this part too.
That's incredible.
Oh, it's so good.
No, we've got a lot. There's so much. I can't play every clip because I didn't keep every clip, but holy shit, man.
There's pretty good moments we did have.
Buckshot attempt, reversal into the fucking powerbomb attempt, reversal into the fucking. Look at this shit.
They are bringing the boom.
Well, no, don't say that.
I just want to see what you say.
No, it's counter after counter after counter.
They're bringing the doom.
This was one of my favorites though, right here. Bow.
The angle is so good too on this.
Canadian Destroyer. Fuck your mother! Ah, that was so fucking awesome.
The timing and synchronization.
Oh God, that was beautiful. That was so fucking beautiful. This, just look at the ending here.
This combo.
This fucking skull crushing house call hidden blade. Ah!
Skull crushing finale.
I had to. There was before the finish. There was this one spot that just had me rolling, just fucking rolling. The Young Bucks take Will Ospreay for the fucking EVP trigger, and he reversed it, and he had reversed it before. And I thought to myself, he's done this before, but this one was a little faster. It was cooler. But they were ready because he did this to them before, and it was like, oh shit! I love wrestling.
Continuity.
See, he had reversed it just like that before. So they said, sit your ass back down. We ain't ready for your ass. Boom! That was incredible. I fucking
Wow, I
loved
love
it.
King's Road.
Exactly, though. That's the kind of shit King's
Yeah.
Road was built upon. Fuck, that was good.
It was fun, man. I don't know. There's not a lot to say because it was so fun. All four of these guys were in the zone, in the moment, they're just prime, going in there and making sure that we all kick butt, take names, everything you might need to say there. I can't say enough words for this. It's just a great match. Pop it on if you just want to watch something, turn your brain off, and enjoy some good wrestling.
It was high energy. It was like a spot fucking just incredible fucking match. The end surprised the shit out of me. Ospreay and Swerve getting the win. I thought for sure the Bucks were gonna take that and screw them over and they'd be locked out of Hangman's World Championship reign. But no, they're open, they're viable. Those matches are coming. We'll see. But the Young Bucks no longer have EVP powers, which means Kenny Omega is the only EVP left in power in kayfabe.
Is he still EVP? I thought he gave Daniels his power.
Interim till he came back.
Okay.
I
because
thought they replaced him with Okada.
no, they replaced him in the group, but they can't replace him as an EVP. That's not their. Honestly, I don't even know how they had the authority to do this, but they
They're
did.
gonna have someone come in here and like, hey guys, remember Cody? I have his EVP.
It's -1.
Oh, that'd be cool though.
In canon, I am an EVP. What the fuck?
Preston Vance is like, hey, I'll put the mask back on. Hey man, can I have a title shot?
We need to follow that up with the women's casino gauntlet match.
Woo.
I thought this was better than the men's one. I did. I thought the women's casino gauntlet match was much better than the men's match. Actually,
Go through the entrance, please. I have a funny thing to say.
okay. So the entrance for the women's casino battle royale. Excuse me. It was
Sir,
a
it is
fucking
gauntlet.
oh, excuse me. It is a gauntlet. There's a big difference. I think battle royales kind of stink, and gauntlets are fucking radical. But the entrance. Chris Statlander #1, Megan Bain after her, Willow Nightingale, Tay Mello, Thekla, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue, who wasn't an entrant in the match, but took more bumps than some of the people in here.
She kept acting like she was in the match, like she was going up fighting different women
For
She was,
no
like, waiting
reason.
for spots to happen so she could then like bounce and beat people up.
Like, she would be in the ring for no reason. Like, where's Julia Hart? Like, why were you in there for that spot?
Paul Turner was on. I think Megan Bain's shoulders. Paul Turner was saying, "Get out." Taz said it on commentary. She was on top of her shoulders. She couldn't do nothing.
Here's my question. So, like, at this point, you know, you have her, you have Anna Jay, you had freaking Harley Cameron. Like, why don't we just put them in the match? They're already out there. They're already attacking each other.
Nick, they are in the match. They just
They forced their way in there.
they just got in there.
They did
That's-
the like Tatanka thing for like WrestleMania in like 2016 when he just like walks out there.
No, you know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of like when you bring your friend to your high school and they just come to the classes. Like they're just there. Like he's not even in this school, bro. Why is he sitting in our
You
room?
don't even go here.
He literally don't go here. And she but she was in the match. so after that we had
She
Queen
just kept getting involved.
we had Queen Aminata, so Aminata and Thekla got to have a cool back and forth stuff. Which I wanted them to have a singles match on the pre-show, but we needed to give room to Dustin to wrestle twice. Motherfuckers. Anyway, they came out here. They did represent themselves very well. Harley Cameron returns.
Feel the wrath.
Feel the wrath. She had a fucking face mask that made her look like a kitty.
Kitty.
Oh god, that's very Harley Cameron. She shoved Penelope Ford off the top of the thing, and you know, usually you do a swan dive, so you can bump onto your back. She fucking face planted. I don't know why. I have the video. I'm gonna pull this up right now. Oops, excuse me. I have it right here set up, but Harley, she's so pretty. Here we go. Isn't she? Who is she married? It's a wrestling guy, right? She's with a wrestling guy, like a wrestler.
She was with that one guy that was like drafted to SmackDown and like never appeared.
Feel the wrath. Okay, so yeah, so she definitely. You can kind of see Penelope look like she like there was a hesitation, and so she went face first. But you can see that she was going to do that dive. Like look at her, like, and then she just but she was holding onto those ropes. Yeah, this whole shit was a disaster. She got pushed in the nope, it's all you, girl.
It looked like too she was trying to push her into the ring.
It might be Harley Cameron's fault. Look at how Harley pushed her. Shoved her from the side. She almost fell in the ring. You're right.
Because if you look, I think Harley's trying to push her in the ring. Penelope's trying to fly out of the ring.
Even look at Harley's dimension. Like look at where all her momentum went.
Yeah.
She's
like, the wrath pushed to the right, I guess.
Damn, bitch! Ow!
That's Penelope's fault on that one.
I don't know what it's like to have titties, but that's gotta hurt. I lost my son.
That's gotta hurt.
I lost my baby boy.
We lost him in the women's
In
casino.
the
competition.
women's casino. Come on, it's good. I swear. Don't get up and leave.
I liked all the little kind of spooky, scary horror spots they were doing with Julia Hart and Tekla.
I love them. They need to do more of that. Julia Hart needs to work with girls like her anyway. That's perfect. Anyway, so we followed that with Mina Shirakawa coming out. It's very
The
cool.
interim Ring of Honor Women's TV Champion.
Bro, I can't find the clip. I don't have the clip, but there was a spot where Julia Hart was doing the tarantula. Tekla was doing something on the ropes. Once somebody else had a submission in the middle of the ring.
Awanada.
And it was just like jiggling and vibrating, and everybody was just like vibrating for like 20 seconds on camera. And I was
And
like,
you think too, like Kevin Dove was there with all these cuts.
yeah, but then what? It was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this looks like a Diddy freak off. Like, what the fuck is
No.
happening? The court ruled it was legal. Bro, the final entrance after that were Athena, Thunder Rosa, Ciurti.
Yes.
Oh my God, and Alex Windsor, who came out there and changed. Ciurti and Alex Windsor came out there and shifted the whole energy. Like, bitches, we came out here to fight. You want to get snug? We get snug.
Yeah.
I also like the cool moment of when Ciurti's music hit and her shit was on the screen. Mina Shirakawa was like, "Oh shit! Like I
This is
know
fun
you." And they got in the ring and it was like, "Hey, what the fuck is up? Remember me?" And it's like, "Bam, bitch, we getting it in." Ciurti is going to be such a great addition to AEW's women's division while she's here because again, she's here with the story arc built in. I came here to train. I came here to get my IWGP Women's Championship back. I am going back to Japan as a stronger woman who's going to win their title back. And so that's a lot. They can do a lot with that. And I hope that it doesn't get lost in Tony Khan's already existing plans.
I think too, it was a great way to, again, another moment, and there's several with the women involved in here, of crossover from last night's event, because we just saw the announcement last night that she was coming to town.
We did, and I told you it was like they made sure not to say Ring of Honor. They were like, Shuri is coming to North America. And I was like, oh, okay. That's why when I posted it, I was like, she's coming to AEW and Ring of Honor. Like, that's certain. Athena, Mina Shirakawa is going to put the figure 4 on someone, one of the Caucasian women, and fucking Athena comes off the ropes with the O face out of fucking nowhere. Like they shot that perfectly. She wins the women's championship opportunity, and the first thing I think is, if you women let Athena get her hands on that women's championship, you will never see it again. You will never see it again. And they need to build whatever story is coming on that. Like, that needs to be the fear of all the women in the locker room. Like, if she wins that belt, we will seriously never, ever get it back. Like, we should be scared for our lives.
A double forever champion. That's wild.
That's incredible. Like, I think that if they take this all the way, if you take this Athena thing all the way, it will make her whole time in Ring of Honor worth it. Like,
she should just retire.
She should become women's champion and also hold that for like 5 years. Like,
I never see anything else at that point.
No joke. I'm like, I love that type of consistency. That's what the fuck we need right now.
Hey, look, that's the Dershi Radio page.
It is the Dershi Radio page.
I was thinking like this opened the door. There was like a 10%, maybe not even that, maybe like a 5% chance that was in the back of my mind of just like, what would happen if she pulled a Christian Cage and she cashed that in like during or right after the Toni Storm Mercedes match?
I wondered if that was going to be the case. But no, that wasn't. It wasn't. Thankfully, it wasn't. And anyway,
it was the right moment not to do that.
We followed the women's casino gauntlet match with Jesus Christ, with 3-way match.
He was there.
He should have been. He probably was though. Anyway, this match was actually better than I thought it was going to be.
3-way tag.
I wasn't really too big on it, but it ended up being really good. MJF, Hurt Business. They're accompanied by
Or Syndicate.
Smoke, Dizza, and West Side Gun for a live performance of their theme song. And I just kept thinking, if West Side Gun doesn't shut the fuck up and lay out and let the crowd do the We Hurt People thing, he just kept on saying it and saying it. I was like, is this man like not a good performer? Like, are
And
you
they were
dumb?
offbeat too. Both of them were offbeat the whole
Yeah,
time.
completely off.
But if you just, but that's fine. Like, cause, but if you would just say, like, we hurt people twice, and then let the crowd say that shit, he just kept saying it and saying it and saying it. I was like, Juice, shut the fuck up. Like, you're the performer. How do you not know this? Why do I have instincts that you don't?
Yeah,
Like, what the
point
fuck?
mic to the crowd.
Especially when it's a repeating sound. Like, now you're
Right.
gonna turn your voice into something grating. Like, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. Shut the fuck up and let them say it. Damn, stupid.
I was
Anyway.
most impressed rap wise with MVP.
MVP rapping. I laughed because I forgot he was a rapper
Yeah.
on this song. I was like, what is he doing?
I forgot he was a rapper, period. I first remember hearing that when he wanted to do that thing with John Cena and R-Truth, and that didn't happen.
No, it could have, but you know how that goes. Anyway, it's good stuff right here. Shelton Benjamin.
Look at this.
Ah!
That was literally pure core strength.
He fucking crazy, bro. She was crazy.
Like again,
they were-
like Bobby Lashley's, the bigger tank, but Shelton's feats of strength of over the past year have been unmatched. That is
Shelton-
the signing I have been so happy about, John. I'm sure you probably remember how many years was I saying that like Shelton would be such a great get for AEW.
I just today found out that's a 50-year-old man moving like that.
2.5 times the age of Nick Wayne.
It was 20 years ago that he had his first big highlight moment when he did 2005 Raw, where he springboards off the ropes and gets super kicked by Shawn Michaels midair. That was a highlight on WWE TV for a decade. That's how long he was already 5 years into his career at that point. like, that's how long he's been.
He's like
out
one
there.
of the few outsiders that Shawn Michaels is just cannot stop talking about. And remember, Shawn Michaels even is just like when Shelton retires, he's going right in the Hall of Fame.
He has to. But this this was another one that I was like, why have I never seen that before? Fucking Shelton Benjamin counters attempt, and while he's still holding him, fucking Kevin Knight comes and they double run on this man. I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen that in my life. Great stuff. A match that I didn't know I was gonna care about. Let me show you this Nick Wayne spot where I thought he died. I was like, can we check on him? Is he alive? Did we need an update? Can the cameraman get back to him? I need to be comforted about his condition. He comes,
Your mother Wayne did too.
he comes out there. Look at this shit. He comes out here. He gets caught in the ropes by Kevin Knight here in a second. And there he goes. Mike Bailey hooked him. And when Nick Wayne started hooking his legs over the ropes, I was like, what is it? Oh my God. He bangs his fucking head. Bangs his head. You see that shit again? Look at the head on the apron. Damn, son.
Why are we having short Mike Bailey be the one that pushes him?
I'm saying anybody else, but I guess they needed somebody to catch him. So where the fuck was Bobby Lashley?
You know what would have helped if it was Shelton that pushed him off.
But either way,
I was thinking too, it was impressive the fact that, again, Nick Wayne, 20 years old, is wrestling his third match in 3 days on 3 different shows, and that's awesome. Which, speaking of which, Dustin, at his age, 56, 3 shows in 2 days. Or 3 matches in 2 days, I should say.
Going crazy. FTR and Nick Wayne next trios champ, says Daniel. Ryan says, God bless everybody here. Thank you, Ryan. And Greg. I was paid to do a job, goddammit. He's fucking post-match. Well, Christian ends up running into FTR, knocking them off the apron. They cost him the tag championships. Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian turn on Christian Cage.
And Mother Wayne laughs.
That was a big enough moment as it is. I was like, oh shit. He kind of deserved it though. So that's the problem. It was like, wow, people are cheering this moment.
We too hurt people.
FTR is funny as hell. They were like, whoa, we came in here we didn't even know that was going down. They were waiting.
Doing the same thing that like Cash did when Dax first pushed over Cope way back in the day.
This was it's been a long time coming. They wanted to rush to this, and I can see why Christian and them were like, hold on, like
Just
let it breathe. We do this turn on the big show and give it a moment and make moments. They come from the other place. They have breathing on it. They know how to make things sit.
simmer. Just wait a little.
Simmer. So that was great. That was a
Do you
great moment
think
for Nick Wayne.
If he was medically cleared, that Killswitchosaurus would have also let it happen?
I think he would have turned with them. I think this would have finally been.
This would have been the time.
Yeah, it would have been it. But now he has to come back. No, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. Edge comes out and saves he on this day. He did.
Don't save Christian. He's got to pose.
Give me a second, guys. I'm running back and forth. It's been a while. I had to hit that music. Bah, 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 bah. Well, in this case, I think it's in this case, I think it makes sense for Edge to be like, all right, I'm not rushing. This guy this guy's still a dick. He's been a dick the entire time. But yeah, so Edge, I think I can unmute for this one. This is a great moment.
Go find yourself.
I don't think the issues between.
That was so cool.
Go find yourself.
That was such a cool moment. I was like, fuck. All this is so perfect. They're all hitting all the right spots because it still wasn't quite time for them to get back together. But the way that this happened was great. This was perfect. I can't wait to see Edge and Christian do on the other side of this. Like, how are we getting to, like my son pointed out to me earlier, I forgot, how are we getting to Toronto in September for All Out? Because that seems to be the appropriate destination for this.
That's a good point.
Right? But I'm excited, man. That was a great another big ass moment on this fucking show. Like, God.
And again, they're embracing, because that moment where, way back when Christian told Cope, go F yourself, that's still become a viral meme that I still see getting shared and talked about to this very day, even for like non-wrestling things. It's just a commonly used image response.
Go find yourself is about to be just as memed. Anytime somebody says some out-of-pocket dumb shit, that's the first thing. Go find yourself. Go find yourself. I can't wait. Good one.
That's kind of such like a deep thing to hear too, when you're expecting someone to just let you have it for all the stuff you've put them through, but then they tell you to go find yourself and just leave you there.
Go find yourself.
I would turn my life around at that point.
Fuck, he's right. I don't have any friends. Anyway, now we're down to our main events. Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm for the Women's World Championship. And oh boy, this was another perfect match.
Tonight.
What the fuck, bro? Can we take a second? Can we appreciate Mercedes for a second? Can we appreciate the beauty?
Mercedes Moné.
That was perfect. She is, first of all, she is stunning. Beast Mortos is a lucky beast. And the moment, I just kept thinking, like, God, Athena won that battle royale. Like, I'm so worried. Like, Mercedes can't win. Like, she can't win. I just kept thinking to myself, This is Hangman versus Punk again for the
Yeah.
women's division. This is you will have the exact same effect if Mercedes beats Toni Storm here, your original project, your women's champion that you worked so hard to build. Like, why would Mercedes just come on in and take it and just add it to another championship? I knew that thematically, narratively, it didn't make sense. But again, I've been fucking conditioned by other places to believe sometimes the surprise is what they go for.
Oh,
So sometimes you hear something like people are like, well, MJF is gonna cash in after Hangman wins the belt, and I'm like, that's
Can you
conditioning.
imagine?
That's conditioning because that's something they would have done to like a heat, the surprise and the heat. Like that's not happening, bro. Relax. Like, why would you let it sit, bro. Chill. What are you doing? So
Like we said earlier, let it simmer.
no, but Mercedes, yeah, this was narratively, thematically, it made sense for her to lose here.
You know what was really cool as well
Oh,
was
Storm.
when they came out there, you had, Mercedes looking all happy, and then you had kind of the more lower, sort of almost depressed in a way, sad mime kind of look from Timeless Tony Storm. And, it kind of also feeds into that sort of psychology that I think a lot of us, like hardcore fans, like I'm sure you two guys see it all the time as well when you guys watch how, if there's a title match, you can kind of see in
Yeah.
the wrestlers' faces, like how they are gonna probably like interpret, like, oh, that wrestler's gonna be losing the title, aren't they? They're losing this match, and this one's gonna be winning it. And it was totally different.
My friend Danny had pointed out, like, he was like, "Oh no, Toni Storm's got their boo boo face on," and I was like, "No, man, that's painted on." I was like, "She painted it that way."
Exactly. That
But-
plus Athena winning, I think those were the red
Yeah.
herrings for this.
and that's good because that's the kind of audience AEW has a lot
Yeah.
of. So it's good that they could twist on people like that and play with their emotions in that meta way, but also not fuck up your kayfabe story. So again, we got a lot of cool, funny moments, Toni Storm character moments. Like obviously, this funny shit. Toni Storm picks up Mercedes and fucking spanks her, and that's funny. That's cute. But when it came down to it, they were wrestling their fucking ass off. Of course, though, the big moment that people are probably gonna remember forever. I think that's the craziest shit I've ever seen in a Tombstone situation.
Can you imagine if Undertaker did that to someone?
It matches Toni Storm's overall character. Like she is the character Toni Storm is LGBTQ and she uses her sexuality to throw off the opponent. So doing this to Mercedes Moné is supposed to take her off her game. Like all these Toni Storm things are supposed to take Mercedes out her game, and I would argue that maybe that is an assault that shouldn't be legal in a
I was gonna
wrestling.
say, there's a certain legality about that.
I was wondering, like, how could that be legal? Is that not a low blow? But
We might need to talk to Mortos about some law stuff there.
Who's oh, they're fighting in the comments. I was like, what are you talking about, Saeed? But why
Because
were you
fighting the comments all you want, but it's
Why
not
are you
taking
mad
away
at
from
me?
the fights at all in.
No. Anyway, a beautiful moment. The match was awesome. There was a fucking triple pile driver moment that when Mercedes kicked out of that, I was certain. I was like, fuck. She lost. Like Tony lost. Like this is it. But no, Toni Storm gives Mercedes Moné a beautiful kiss. Seals it with a kiss. Pile driver off the top rope. Holy shit. Great moment.
Avalanche Storm Zero. And I think, too, it
Avalanche
was just
Storm
like,
Zero.
it was just like
That's exactly how
Swerve
Excalibur
and
called it.
Moxley's spit swap and makeup match.
Avalanche Storm Zero. That was awesome. That felt good. That felt good. God damn it, that felt good.
Restore the feeling, baby.
Restore the feeling. That shit is restored, bro. And then post match. Oh, can we talk about Mercedes' entrance though for a second? What a great entrance. She comes out with this it's Jushin Liger inspired. Where and for Jushin Liger, when he had multiple light heavyweight championships, the girls came out and they were holding his belts for him as he walked out to the ring for one legendary. I want to say it was a Tokyo Dome entrance. Mercedes Moné here with the Texas Rangers cheerleaders, each one of them holding one of her titles and doing the dance. And I was like, that is fucking fire. So then she also has on a robe with the names of every person she has defeated in her run outside of WWE so far. Not just the AEW women. Because I saw on the top it said Kyrie. And Kyrie was like the first person she beat when she came to New Japan, right? She won the IWGP Women's Championship from her. So I was like, okay, so everybody she's ever beaten is on there. Robin Renegade on the bottom. And I know Mercedes Moné has wanted to do work with both Renegades.
Getting hurt.
YouTube's interrupted us for some reason. They cut us off 1 minute ago.
They can't get away with this.
I don't know. Let me see. It still says we're live, I think. Oh no, it says stream suspended.
No.
It was a Tony Storm clip. It's over.
Probably.
It's over.
Anyway, whatever is going on is going on. Thank you, YouTube. You're scumbag motherfuckers. Anyway, join us in other places, I guess.
If you can hear this.
That's bullshit. Anyway, whatever. We're about to finish now.
We're
We've got
almost done. We got one more match.
We get the Hangman, Adam Page, or not Hangman, Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega. Fuck my life, man.
Dustin won't become the only triple champion tonight.
No, Deborah. It was on YouTube. YouTube has a problem with us. That's okay.
They always have.
Anyway, Jim Ross made his way out. Fucking defeated cancer, goddammit. So he deserves to be out here calling his wrestling match as he wants to be.
Shout out
Great.
Also, there was I think a 10-year-old kid in the audience who also defeated cancer that day.
That's true. A 10-year-old kid that this was his first wrestling show ever.
Yeah.
What a great show to be at. How do you come down after that? You're like, Kenny Omega makes his way down.
That's the show to celebrate on.
Hey, live, beautiful live performance of his theme song. I had never considered that this was sung by like a guy. Like I don't know.
Wasn't it the guy who made the Final Fantasy soundtrack?
He composed this. So like he wrote the music. So like he created this technically. Like anybody else who plays it is playing his composition. But I just imagined maybe I guess a Japanese person singing. I was surprised by this big red beard.
I was also a little surprised.
But,
was it always him?
It might have been. Oh, we're back on YouTube. Anyway, whatever. Thanks, YouTube. Eat a dick. How about that? How about you suspend me for that? Suspend me for telling YouTube to eat a dick.
He gets suspended again.
Anyway, everything about tonight's presentation wise, like all the big entrances, all the big bright stages, everything on point because they had hired their new AEW production guy. He came on after last year's All In, right? Like this is
relatively recently,
and it shows from last year, from Double or Nothing, the last show with the fucking stage change that went from day to night to this shit where every big entrance felt big. It wasn't just like music wise or whatever. It's these elements like the Omega symbol that literally catches fire. Fuck. That was awesome.
Like the real deal.
Of course, Okada unimpressed. I love him. I fucking love him. I can't believe he's old. I still like this is crazy. Like life moves. Like this is nuts. Like why does he have wrinkles? Like this is nuts. Why do I have wrinkles? Anyway, they come out and they wrestle a match that's very different from the other ones they've wrestled in the past. This match was all focused on Kenny Omega's injury, his diverticulitis. And they have set this up. They set this up weeks ago when Okada did he beat Kenny bloody into his abdomen.
Yeah, spitting up all that blood.
Yeah, so that was the story of this match. Okada had no respect for Kenny Omega or the fact that he almost died. And so he kept on attacking him in this area, and Kenny would fight out of it, and he kept on attacking, and Kenny would fight out of it. And ultimately, Okada attacked him one time too many. But actually, fucking, I would say Kenny fought out of it and won. He would have won. He would have won. He hit the one
He
winged
was
angel.
close. He hit it and everything. 1, 2, Don Callis. Yeah, Don Callis just like completely coming in, doing what he does best, and that is screwing over Kenny Omega to a chorus of boos from everyone in the arena.
Fucked Kenny Omega bad. Kota Ibushi was like no help.
Right, he just stood there for most of this.
He helped. He pulled down one person from the Don Callis family who tried
Rocky
to get
Romero
involved.
and
Rocky
barely.
Romero. Yeah, and that was it. And then Okada was able to kind of get it back. The thing about this match that surprised me was that it was setting up more matches. For some reason, I came into this thinking like this was the final
the one and done.
final confrontation. I didn't think they were starting a new story.
Right.
What the fuck? And I think it's and I don't think it's something like, oh, we're gonna do a series back to back. I think Kenny's got to go to the back of the line. I think he'll come back later on, but I would maybe if it was me, I would like to see a Kota Ibushi Kenny Omega Golden Lovers tag run.
Yes.
Man, that would put some real heavy hitters in a different part of the show, and would make that really interesting. Because right now, I don't really care about the tag team division with Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin on top, and they had that fun 3-way, but that's not what it always is either lately. Bobby Lashley don't be selling for the midgets, man. Right?
Okay, but Bobby Lashley and Shelton against the Golden Lovers would absolutely slap.
That would be awesome because we
Hurt Syndicate versus the Paulden Lovers, all out main event.
No, don't make Big Show go. Don't make Big Show turn on them.
All the Lovers, let's do it.
Let's fucking do it. No, fuck. What was I gonna say? Yeah, surprised that they set up another match. Okada, new unified champion. Don Callis screwed him over. Right when they hit the other gear, they ended the match. Like I was like, holy shit! Like we were right there. Fuck. And it's because they're gonna do more. So that surprised me. That really did surprise me. But yeah, man, that is pretty much AEW All In.
I do real quick on that match. Just want to say, number one, I am very glad that it was vastly different from all the other ones because of the fact I wasn't expecting them to have the doors open for more down the road, but they are, and I'm glad that this is going to lead into something else. Both guys were definitely capable of, going to that second level, and it was nice to see that. And again, when you think about everything that led us up to this point. And when I'm talking to this point, I'm also talking about everything that led us into AEW. You have to look at the success of the Okada and Omega feud from years back. And, a lot of people will always point to, the tweet that Dave received and Cody taking the challenge up. But the success that we had with Omega and with Okada was also one of the biggest elements that proved something like an AEW can exist. And it just felt so appropriate, so apropos for this match to be not just on the card, but also one of the 3 main events for the evening.
That's what you make a great point. For AEW to have this match when it was so important in the foundational building blocks that led to the creation of the company, it's pretty full circle. Jonathan, what do you think of this Kenny Omega Okada match compared to the other ones?
It was special to me because the Kenny Okada feud was like some of the first matches I've ever watched wrestling, and the whole time I watched it, I'm like, damn, I really want to see these guys go live. And the entire time, like ever since they announced the partnership with New Japan, I've always been I've been eager. Like every time Kenny is in the ring, I want to hear the coin drop. And I finally heard it at World's End, and I finally got that belt. I finally got to see it live. It was special to me.
Yeah, man, it was beautiful. It's such a different experience to watch Okada and Kenny and like not know who's gonna win. You're like, what the fuck? And like know that there's something that's gonna come from it tomorrow. This isn't 20 years ago. This is now. When we watch it on Wednesday, they will fall out from this. Yeah, it's different. It's different.
More parts of the story after it.
Can't wait. But shit, that's AEW All In. We covered all the matches. It's a good show. YouTube tried to end us. If they couldn't take a good man down.
Take that, Death Riders.
Motherfuckers. He said, "Are you jobless? If so, how do you earn money?" From Bai Dejuda Sarakura. Why would I be jobless? You fucking weirdo.
Jobbers, none of those around here.
So, did you guys have a favorite match of the night moment, wrestler?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, this wasn't a favorite by any means, but just I was thinking a lot about Adam Cole throughout the night, and it's the thing where we don't have any fights happening backstage, but you still have that thought of just hoping that he's okay and praying that he's going to be okay. When it comes to like the matches that we had, honestly, one of the points to me was Dustin getting that victory, becoming a Triple Crown champion. Was not at all expecting that, and that was really cool to have that happen in Texas with the Rhodes family and the Von Erichs there and everyone. So shout out to that huge moment. I love Dustin and this late into his career. Shout out to the fact he can still go with the best of them, and shout out to the fact that he is a Triple Crown champion. And I think there's going to be some real fun open challenges coming soon, because Dustin has this weird second gear that he can go in, and he can deliver in a lot of wild matches with random talents.
It's kind of crazy the way Dustin can turn it on, like at this age. But
Yeah, and I like
for
so many
sure,
people too were just like, "Oh, but why don't you support Goldberg?" Because Dustin's actually a full-time guy that can decently go, who's been doing it much longer than Goldberg has, and again has established himself as not just being in it for himself, but for being in it for the greater good. And he just
it's so
happens to be the champion.
it's so different that I didn't even think of Goldberg. Like I didn't even like. I was like, Dustin Rhodes wrestles every fucking week. What the fuck?
Right, you see him all the time.
Like, what are you talking about? Goldberg wrestles once every 10 years, and he comes and fucks up shit that's already ongoing.
Right.
Anyway, Greg says his match of the night was Storm versus Monet, which is you wouldn't be able to say if the right person didn't win. Well, that's true. You kind of fuck up the mood if you go the wrong direction. Tony Storm needed to win. Everything built to her winning, and she did. So I'm glad to think that it's been in that plan for all this time in that direction.
I need
Uh,
to hear what the John's favorite matches were.
yes. My favorite matches, obviously. I mean, not obvious. There were so many great matches. They were like, it could have been any of them. But for me, I'm going to have to go with that good old main event Texas Death. John
Texas
Moxley
Death
and Hangman Page. Man, John Moxley put this fucking company on his back again.
again.
Again. Could you every time this company's in peril, this motherfucker takes it and goes, "Let me fix it. I got this." And then
They're on my vacation.
I did it as a baby face. I do it as a fucking heel. Let me fix this. I got this. And John Moxley comes and he fucking fixes it. They're gonna say, "But it got stale." It never.
We lost.
Lost John.
He's still talking downstairs too. I hear him.
It never got
All right.
stale. You always wanted somebody to beat John Moxley the whole time. You felt uncomfortable. The Edge match was certainly misplaced, especially on that card on that night. But then they went out and had a street fight on Dynamite that showed you that it wasn't them. It was there. It was that situation that night. All the things that were there. John is there versus his camera. Hey, my camera wins.
Time. All the time.
Anyway, that good old death match main event, man. John Moxley and Hangman, they went out there. They over delivered. I was so wondering how the fuck are they going to outdo that first Texas death match. This was it though. This had all the extra elements. Like this was just as violent, but it also had all the extra toppings, all the sprinkles, all the world championships and fucking overbooking and the stakes of the company on the line.
Army versus Army.
This
Avengers
was-
versus the Thanos groupings.
And then it ended with one of the biggest moments in the history of the company. This is gonna go in the highlight reels. This one's gonna go in the books. Ah, man, this was incredible. What a great main event. But yeah, again, and I don't even feel bad taking because I didn't feel like I took the only good match. Jonathan, what was your favorite match of the night?
Probably the main event too, because like it brought something. It makes me feel something I never felt before in wrestling. And like you were saying with John Moxley, this entire time, like ever since he put the title in the briefcase, everyone's been pissing on him on Twitter. They're like, "Death Rider, get rid of John Moxley, John Hogan." So the
Brother.
Death Riders, I was having so much fun with the Death Riders this whole time, and I feel like now was a good time to end it. I didn't want to see Darby Allin beat John Moxley. I felt it was very special, especially with the CM Punk stuff. The same month he was laid out on the Rydad sponsorship in the middle of the ring. Now Hangman standing tall with the belt. It was special, but
What a
I like
moment.
that main event.
What a
I
moment.
almost wonder what carnage and riot would happen if Moxley won.
Nah, that would have been a severe blow, like to the momentum of the company.
Oh, we did everything right, and then the main event had that happen.
Fucked up. We fucked up. I thought it'd be funny. Tony! I
I thought
wanted it to be
thought
reality.
I thought Scapegoat was coming out.
he should have. He should have. He was missing. That's almost not fair. Like, what the fuck? What did Scapegoat do? Like, what the fuck did he
Again.
do, Tony? And just go back to being Jungle Boy. Like, fuck it. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, that was awesome. That was incredible. I don't even want to look for low points of the night. That was just fun. Ian Quang, he must not have feelings if he felt it was underwhelming. He's talking about Okada versus Omega. I didn't think it was underwhelming, I guess, but that's because for weeks I already told everybody those matches were a decade ago, almost like 2017 and 18.
It's a different time.
These are not them. So I was never ever thinking Okada and Omega are gonna go out there and have again one of the greatest matches in the history of pro wrestling. I don't think that was even their goal. I never wanted it to be their goal. I think that they went out there and surprised me with the goal of starting a new story and working a match that's leading to others, which is like, what the fuck? Okay. All right, let's see where we're going with this then. So I don't think I was underwhelmed. I was fine. And I also got the right winner. Okada was the guy who should have been.
Absolutely.
Okada was the guy who should be the first unified champion in AEW. And now that Tony Khan is talking, I understand what his unified championship is. It's like in Dragon Ball Z, they have these fusions that are temporary. Like when you win 2 singles championships in AEW, when you win 2 AEW singles championships, you become a unified champion. Okada's championship means that he has both those belts. As Tony Khan was saying on the press conference. So theoretically, if the day ever comes where just one of those titles is on the line, it could happen. And not only would he no longer be unified champion, a unified championship would no longer exist.
Plus, it's like, also akin to the unification of championships in boxing.
Yeah, I've never really understood how that works because I know they hold like 17 of them shits when they come out. Like, I've been World Boxing Association champion in every fucking bar in America. And each of them comes with belts.
That person's just lying at that point.
Yes, Greg. If you tug on it too hard, it just pops back into the 2 belts it was
They had to
before.
have the right earrings. You have the right side plates on, and they merge together.
So
The Patara
Okada.
plates.
So by way of Okada being so talented and powerful that he was able to unify 2 of AEW singles championships for the first time, that immediately makes him as important, as a big deal as anything else that's going on. So it's like in that sense, you now have another top of the card situation, right? Who can take this unified championship? Who can end this unified championship, or possibly take it? Because I imagine maybe you can take both titles from Okada if they're both on the line. So that's going to be interesting going forward. I'm really looking forward. I can't wait to see what we're doing with Okada beyond this. But shit, yeah, man, it's a good night. This was a good night for wrestling. This was a great night for wrestling, and
Victory for wrestling.
and if you're in a sports entertainment, This wasn't a great night for you. Sorry. I don't know.
Oh, Bert.
Maybe you are very excited for Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. And if that's the case, you deserve everything you fucking get. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night. We love you.